I'm from the future. I'm from the future. I'm from the future. I'm from the future. I'm from the future.
Back again with another episode. I'm Gravel Bear.
I'm Matt Shear.
And we got someone here.
Who do we have, Gravel?
The man behind Timeless, Mr. Carlo Rossi himself. His mother named him Evan. Young X.
But the game named him Young X.
What's that sound?
What is that? That's that Rossi.
Doesn't sound like a cork. It sounds like a screw off.
That's that Rossi.
What's up? What's up?
We're here at Timeless with MamaNamedMeEvan,
Yeah.
founder of Timeless Recording Studio.
Finally, right?
Finally, it
We
took
had
us
to get
10
him-
episodes.
Hey, this is the time.
Episode X,
Yeah.
the 10th episode.
Man, yo, look. Here's some freaky stuff. This year seems like the year of the X. Xbox, iPhone, 10th episode. you know what I'm
Episode
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, the Apollo. You know what I mean? For my music junkies out there, my equipment junkies, the Apollo just released their interface, the Apollo X. Like, this is literally the year of the X.
It really is.
I feel like I'm gonna go play the lottery or something.
Might as
I think it's a
well.
good
If you
time to
feeling
do
yourself,
it,
then
yeah.
now's the time. Now's the time.
You're the X. I'm feeling that. I'm also feeling what X put out this year, Carlo Rossi 2. I'm wearing the t-shirt right now. I'm repping. We were just listening on my live a little bit to Carlo Rossi 2. Gravel and I were both at the Carlo Rossi 2 release party at Privilege.
Appreciate
Not
ya.
sure, man.
Man,
I don't know if you remember us being there, but we were there.
I damn man, it was so many people, and I appreciate y'all coming through, man. A Rossi party is not the same without you guys there, so I appreciate you guys for real.
We had a blast. Privilege is always a blast, and I mean, you actually performed all the music down in the crowd. It wasn't kind of just like a
Playing the mill, yeah,
Yeah.
it was different.
no. Yeah, we
Interactive.
definitely got a taste of the album. We got to actually hear it, and you were definitely like you performed it, so we got to really get a good first impression of the project.
Did you guys like the road?
Yeah, the robe was yeah. If you're looking for that robe, that's
how
on
you gotta do
Instagram.
it. If you got a release party, you got to go all out. You got to be the main
You
attraction.
looked really comfortable.
Everybody kept asking, "You got on drawers under there, like shorts or something?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just straight drawers."
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow,
comfortable.
Really thugging it out. That's the way you got to go.
yeah.
King on the throne.
It was fun. I was lit.
Me too.
Gravel was outside holding interviews afterwards. He was.
It
was fun.
I seen one, yo, your face was just out. And I'm like, he's composing these interviews.
Yeah,
I don't know how I did it, but I guess it's,
there was a good
it's
drink
practice.
special. What was it, like $5
$5.
top shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ciroc and Red Bull,
Gravel
man.
was having some fun.
Like,
Shout
get
out
me
Privilege, man. Yeah.
fucked. You fucked up.
Heck yeah.
We got the Rossi on deck. That's what you keep hearing, the screw off. Just want you to know it's real.
For sure, man.
We got the Burgundy. What did you bring?
This is I can't pronounce it. Pisano? Pisano? Like a Mexican, I think, kind of.
Table wine.
Yeah. And it's like a different
a-
shape.
Aperitif.
It's not even like the typical medium shape. It's weird. I went to California. They got one called California. Or I was in Canada. It's one called like California, man. I was like, where is this at? It was nice.
Was it like a white?
I
It
haven't.
was a red.
I haven't
Oh,
delved
really?
that far into the Carlo Rossi catalog, honestly.
Oh man, you got to, man.
Usually,
They
what the Hartwell Kroger has is,
Oh no, you got
which
to
is
go
the
to
Burgundy.
like,
That's what I like.
you got to go to different Krogers, different liquor stores. I mean, it's a lot of different flavors.
Kentucky. We're by Kentucky. I'm
Kentucky,
sure they
yeah.
got-
See, they got them for the low too. $14.99 Kentucky for all my. If you want the big gallon, $14.99. They want like 18 or $17.49 in Kroger's. And don't ask me why I know these prices.
These are Rossi pro tips from the pro. I mean, I believe you.
But yeah, if you want to save a couple dollars, go to Kentucky. Go to Depps. in
Okay.
Covington, and they got them for $14.99.
Are we sponsored by Carlo Rossi right now, or is that just a plug?
Listen, we need to be. Shout out my partner Cameron. He's reached out multiple times. Actually, they're owned by E&J.
Okay.
Cognac.
What they do? Yeah, the cognac brand. Okay.
So they own Carlo Rossi. I
Yeah.
feel like Carlo Rossi might be bigger, but I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know.
Right.
JB.
It's not more.
Well, they
expensive.
used to be. I mean, Carlo Rossi was really a top of the line wine back in the day. You had famous rappers like E40 talking about it. A lot of the old school people know about Carlo Rossi. Every time I got some Rossi, like it's either like an old school cat. Like, what you know about that? That used to be the shit back in the day, you know? And it's like, you know, but and it used to actually be a little expensive. Like, but you know,
It's not now.
not now. And this is the perfect time for you guys to sponsor someone like myself, who has been a fan for a long time in advertising your drink and making everyone drink this drink.
He is pushing it into a new market. I mean, I got to be honest. Like I have been drinking wine for a long time, not like consistently, but drinking wine, and I never really thought about Carlo Rossi until Carlo Rossi, his initial project came out. So I was at the listening parties where the Rossi was, and I was drinking it. It's really good. Like
It is.
I mean, there's no reason not to drink it. I mean, especially this sangria goes down so easy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
That Moscato Sangria is
Oh yeah,
to die for.
That one is good. But yeah, it's like, and it's a cool bottle, like, right? Like, what wine bottle looks like
It's a
this?
jug.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
So you've kind of taken that brand on as part of your brand, and you kind of you actually had a private listening party for Carlo Rossi too, which I thank you for inviting me to.
Definitely.
But at that listening, that you kind of mentioned how you've taken Carlo Rossi and kind of made it your own.
Yep.
So how does that like kind of play into the music that you've been creating as MamaNamedMeEvan?
Man, great question. So when I think about Rossi, the first time I drank Rossi was like in 2000 and I want to say 12 or 11. I was 21, and these guys.
You have to be.
yeah.
These
No,
guys
I'm joking.
introduced it to me. And I was just like, what is this? Like, it looked like a unique bottle. I'm like, I never seen anything like it. What is it? I judged it. I kind of automatically assumed it was nothing. And then I heard how cheap it was. So I'm like, man, you drinking that? And then they just like, yo, just try it. Drunk it first time. I'm like, it's actually pretty good to be like a non-expensive wine. And then I drank a different type of wine, which is this right here, Burgundy. And I was like, yo, I got a nice buzz. And then from there, I used to bring the wine to the studio every day. And that was like my juice. So I connect that to Evan. Like when I first started doing music, you know, my first sound, people were kind of like, they didn't know what to expect. They're just like, what is this? But they hear it and they're like, man, this sounds familiar. It sounds like either something that's supposed to be on the radio. Who is this? Right? And they're trying to find out this artist. A lot of people didn't know that X was Evan at one point. They just like, MamaNamedMeEvan. So but when they connected it, it was just like, yo, like you doing music and you actually sound good. Like you supposed to be there. And so that's kind of how I connected the two. And it's just being that brand or that product that people will least expect to actually be good. Because as a producer and as an engineer, that's the last thing you're going to think. Like no one is going to just automatically assume that a producer is good, right? They're just going to like, you're good at making beats. There's no way you're good at making music. But people like Pharrell and people even like Timberland, people like Dr. Dre, I mean, they shocked the world. Like, yo, you're hanging with the best rappers and you're the best producer. So it's kind of how like Carlo is for me. In retrospect to MamaNamedMeEvan.
Yeah, that's dope. And there's kind of like a duality between you and who's sitting with us right now. I would say this is Young X sitting with us right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or this is, you're right. This is,
There's kind of a duality here. MamaNamedMeEvan, the artist, he'd probably have a bandana on.
Yep.
He would have the shades
on. The grill lifted like
girl,
this.
maybe like a jersey or a robe, something like that.
Yeah.
So there's two different characters here, and I think it's cool that you can kind of separate those two things.
Facts.
Because you kind of need a little more discipline than I think Evan has to be the head engineer and a business owner
Facts. And
of Timeless.
And that was the whole purpose for like Carlo Rossi 2. So Carlo Rossi 1 was an experiment. It was like, all right, let's just have fun and not think about it. And then I didn't even pick out the records. I let DJ Major League and DJ J-Do pick out the records because they knew the sound. But Carlo Rossi 2, I wanted to be more, okay, who is Evan? Like, we know he liked to have fun. Every time they see me, it's a bandana and it's turn up time. But who is he? Is he actually a person? Do we have feelings? Is he someone who I can take advice from? Is he going through things? And I wanted the CR2 to still have that turn up, but to kind of be transparent as well and be, like you said, more disciplined to showing the world who I really am. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is like, I guess Evan maybe just dropped in Mama Name Me right now. It's just Evan.
Just Evan.
But like with the click of like that, couple sips of that, I mean, a bandana might just pop up out of nowhere. I might need to do my own bandana line. What you think about that?
That'd be dope.
Why
Mama
not?
Name Me Evan bandana?
I'd wear
Why
one.
not? I cop
Yeah, that'd be lit. Hey, we got to do that.
That just happened live on the podcast.
Yes.
coming soon.
Yes.
Don't take that idea.
Definitely.
So I really feel what you're kind of saying about how I wouldn't want to say Evan grew up between Carlo Rossi projects, but he kind of became a little more transparent. There's a lot of fun on the first one, a lot of Rossi, a lot of money, a lot of women, stuff like that. What Evan likes, those are the things he likes. And I think towards the end, when you're going over that Meek Mill beat for Save Me, that's kind of like, it's almost the end of the album, and it's kind of the realest peer into Evan we get.
Wow.
And then that kind of feel continues into Carlo Rossi too, where we actually get a lot more of that feeling throughout. And it actually starts with the third song, Choices with J.Al.
Yeah. Shout out J.Al.
It's one of the very few features on there. What kind of made you decide to put J.Al on that song?
Man, first off, Jay is he's been doing it for a while. We've known of each other for a while. We actually just met and really started connecting. And he reminds me of me in terms of just being an underdog. And he was like the rookie for me. Like, I knew it was like, I didn't want to just put a name on there because they were known. I wanted to put somebody who really shared that same pain, who was really talented and like listed as like an underdog.
It's a really intense song. Like it has a lot of, it kind of gives you a sense of, I don't know, you feel like you need to make a decision.
Yeah.
The song is called Choices. It's about a decision that you have to make, and it makes the listener feel like that they have a decision to make as well. And you both kind of really brought the intensity, and JL unleashed on that one. Like
Pitbull.
It was kind of like he was just waiting to go.
Y'all be on the lookout for him, man.
The freestyle series, man, he's been killing every single one.
Yeah, they're dropping another one tomorrow. They got a new series starting. Dre shot this in JL.
Shout out Drizzy Dre.
They're starting a series called The Art of Storytelling, which is the name of JL's forthcoming project.
Nice.
But they're going to be spotlighting storytelling. So I haven't seen any of that yet, but we've seen both of their work. So
Bring the damn
we know what we're in store
storytelling
for.
back.
Yes. But yeah, that's what I'm about, man. I'm really, even with the Carlo brand, even down to the bandana, down to the robe, down to the studio, I'm all about innovating and being very innovative and also bringing up the underdogs. Like, I don't want to go get the bet. I don't want to go build a Miami team when they had LeBron and Chris Bosh and Wade. Like, I want to build the Golden State Warriors where you like, who are these kids? And like, damn, these people are in the finals. Then you're like, yo, they're really talented. Like, I'm not going to lie, besides Curry, I didn't know anybody or like that for real. So, people like Dre, Dre is from Dayton. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even realize that. He's from Dayton.
If they've read Doubleson Magazine, winter 2018,
there you go.
They do know that.
They will know that. Yes. Go get that. But yeah, Dre was an underdog and still he's at a proven stage where he has to prove himself. But he's like proving himself on a platform where videographers has been in the city from the city and doing this for years and having relationships and connections. So for somebody like Dre to even come in and be the underdog from a whole nother city, just picked up the camera, a year ago, and making noise like he's making, that says a lot,
He disrupted the whole community easily. Like
Facts.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. Same with Carlo, with Rossi. I know a lot of people who we had a high school reunion yesterday, a 10-year high school reunion. Shout out Hills, Big Red 08 in the building. And my homegirl was like, yo, like, it was like 3 or 4 homegirls in there that's like, I drink Rossi because of you. And like that Rossi, I got one in my fridge. But you would never ever hear nobody talking about that. Like not even a couple years ago. Like who's gonna say, yo, I got Rossi in the fridge? They're gonna say no, they got
You're the only reason I had a bottle to bring.
That's dope.
I mean, I think I said that earlier. Like once I started tasting it, a wine tasting at the Carlo Rossi parties, it makes it sound really sophisticated.
It was Sensi Secret shows. I think you were coming. Monty was like,
we gotta
get the Carlo Rossi.
Gotta get the Rossi.
We stole that idea from the Timeless grand opening. We were like, yo, that went a long way.
Yeah. We tried to get a bottle of like 2 bottles of Ciroc or something. That shit went in like fucking 30 minutes. Pineapple Ciroc.
Yeah, and they don't even appreciate it. They're just like, where's
I think we actually added the fruit into the sangria in like a big serving pitcher. So once you add the fruit back in, it becomes real sangria.
Yeah, I might need my own like flavor. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, we need to get you at least a label we can put on there, man.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man, like I'm all about, and same with the studio, Timeless Recordings, the first smart studio. I can't claim, I mean, there's always somebody who did something first, but like when we research and when we look it up, there's no recording studio in the world that is actually a smart studio.
You can at least say the first advertised smart studio.
Facts. So even with that, smart functionalities has been out for a long time, especially in homes, from security to networking and all these different things, lights. But to be able to put it in a studio, a lot of people would say, why? Like, is that necessary? We're rapping. Why do you need to have all these smart functionalities that I'm never going to probably use? But we're making it, we're doing it in such a unique way where it's like, yo, like, this is actually lit. And when we're seeing other people starting to follow the trend as well. So I'm all about that underdog, bringing it up and really shocking the world. So everybody on my team is underdogs. Everybody I work with are underdogs.
Chris Turner, our engineer here right now.
Shout out young Chris.
He's
an
underdog.
Yes, and he's doing his thing. Shout out Chris. If you want to book him, Timeless Recording Studio, .com. Shout out Donuts and Alcohol.
Man behind the mics.
For letting this man glow.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
me and Chris go way back, man.
Yeah.
College. I remember first day he's in there busting his ass engineering shit, and then we linked up like last semester and basically formed Donuts and Alcohol before
dope,
it was
man.
that, and then we're here.
That's what's up,
Young
man.
X gave him the opportunity to shine.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I met him on set of Donuts and Alcohol.
I met him on set on Donuts.
Yeah.
But nah, shout out Chris, man. So yeah, shout out to all the underdogs in the city, though. It's a lot of people that's talented out here that, they may not be the most popular or the most bragged about or talked about, but there are definitely some heavy hitters. You know what I mean? People like Oski, D8, Monty.
You gotta be scared of the quiet ones sometimes too, because those are the ones that, sometimes they're quiet because they're working.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you need to be scared of.
I think that's what I like about Timeless so much. It's more than just come here and pay for a session. It's like there's artist development. You guys do the plug and plays, which are, I find, extremely valuable for what like me and Matt do.
Yeah, we've come out to those.
I've seen some fire ass videos, fire ass songs. They're being played like on a good system, so you can get the full experience. Like,
and not only that, but from someone in my perspective, I don't know what you might try to do this too, but I try to kind of gain an idea of who's into what because I'm selling magazines.
Yeah. Sure.
And to see who's actually nodding along and who's receptive to things, who's being approached after these things by different people.
Facts.
It gives me a way to kind of observe what people are receptive to. And I think you could find that information valuable too.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. And the meeting people face to face, like the way the game is now, it's all internet. You meet on Instagram and, you know, go back and forth. But like, unless you make that face to face connection, it's like, I don't really know who you are.
Plus, there's a little bit of a storytellers type atmosphere. They don't get a lot of time on the mic, but they do get a chance to introduce themselves and their song. And that's better than getting something in my inbox. Is like someone standing here pitching this to the whole room. Like that's the kind of environment I want to be in when I'm finding out about new things, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, that's what we're doing. The next one is actually you hearing it here first.
Oh, listen up.
Right here. October 13th. Plug and Play. We bringing it back. Timeless Recording Studio, 2300 Montana Avenue, Suite 112. The ultimate plug and play event, 6 to 9 p.m. And make sure y'all get here. Registration is going to be from 5:30, okay, guys, to 6:30. You have to be here within that time to sign up. Do not come here and try to sign up and leave, you know, or try to like get here at 7:30 and 8 when we're playing music and trying to get on the list. You have to come during sign up. And you can bring a video, song, and you can also email the song when you get here, though. So don't nobody email no songs before you get here. But October 13th, Plug and Play. This will be the third one. And let's see who got the heat. We're going to have specials on studio time. We just rolled out the membership. We're going to have specials on that. So if you're not in music, if you don't do music specifically or do anything, but you're just a fan, this is perfect for you. You just come and you just watch and listen. And I'm looking forward to it.
This is a great time to bring up the membership because we're plugging pretty much everything you do right now anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Plug.
So for $99 a month, you can get a Timeless Recording Studios membership. And what that gets you is a discount on your studio rates, whether you're in Pluto, whether you're in Mercury, or whether you're in Neptune, you're going to get a discount on your rate. You get one free mix a month. You get a membership card. Mm-hmm. You get 20% off of all types of different services that Timeless offers, including production, Dre shot this videos, and artist development services. There's all kinds of stuff they offer outside of engineering that you can take advantage of. And on top of that, you're going to earn points for every dollar you spend towards saving more money at Timeless. So if you get one of these memberships, you're going to stay productive and you're going to save money while staying productive.
I should how you do the commercial, man.
Well, I did the graphic.
He does it every damn episode.
This is our plug on every episode, so I'm getting used to it.
That's what's up.
Plus, you got this big ass sign over here I can look at.
Yes, it makes sense. But artists out there, if you ever, studio time could be expensive, man, and we understand, especially at Timeless. So this is a chance for artists to really come in and take advantage of this. I mean, it's a crazy deal for only $99 a month. There's a bunch of different incentives. He forgot to also mention that you will also be plugged on the Double Sin page on the website if you're a member. So if you got a song that you're trying to promote that month, Double Sin would actually post about you on their website. And you also would get an additional 10% off of advertising for the issues that's to come out. So
and these are good for as long as you're a member. So if you're a member, basically your placement requests get floated all the way to the top as, basically it's a Timeless cosign because I know everything Timeless is putting out is something that I'm interested in.
It's at least going to sound good quality-wise.
I mean, just having the Timeless stamp of approval is all I need to know that I'm going to enjoy what's being submitted. So there's a lot of benefits that come with being a Timeless member in that regard, plus the advertising discount because we still need to print magazines, but we want to kind of ease the financial burden for you to start promoting with us as a partnership with Timeless. So
definitely.
Yeah, we're happy to offer that. I think the Timeless membership is a really great deal. And I think you already have members rolling in because they're emailing me about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And we're giving away a free membership at the Plug and Play event. So October 13th, be here. We're giving away a membership.
I could do a lot for you.
Yeah.
I might have to start making music.
So definitely. So yeah, man. So So, yeah, what else is there? What else? So we got Carlo Rossi 2 out. If you guys have Spotify, iTunes, any kind of streaming site, even Pandora. We're on Pandora, man. Evan has a station. I've had a radio station on Pandora before they really started even making it a lot easier. Last November is on Pandora. Carlo Rossi 1, I believe, is on Pandora, and I believe 2 should be on Pandora. So if you type in Evan Radio, EVAN, you know, just press play and just jam out, man. Carlo Rossi 2. What's your favorite? What's your favorite record on there?
On Carlo Rossi 2?
Oh, shit.
I was going in. Okay, so I was at the Cold Summer video shoot.
Right.
So I kind of had that in my head for a lot. That was in the winter.
No, we just
It was
made
pretty cold out,
Was
wasn't it? It was before the summer. Because
You right.
it was a little cold out. I remember, I think
Right.
I had a coat. That's the only reason I remember.
It was like October, November-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So we were shooting out a little bit ago. So I'd actually been aware of Cold Summer for a while. And I thought that was great. The video came out just ahead of the summer. I think that was in like May or June. You dropped the video. So that's an obvious standout single. It's got the energy and it's kind of got the vibe that you would really expect to be the lead off. But as far as like commercial sound, I'm really liking Volume. I think that has the juice to really garner a really wide audience that it can kind of rope people into who Evan is, because it's a little mild taste. It's not, you're not getting like the full Evan experience on that on that song, but enough to kind of entice you a little further.
Facts.
If I had to go with my favorite, that's not. I
Your
think
top, let's do your top 3. We'll do top 3.
okay. We'll throw those in the top 3, but the number 1, I'm gonna have to say Choices, and that we talked about earlier.
Part 2.
Choices Part 2, which comes first on the album before Part 1, and it's longer too. And I think really because there's like this reverb sound in it, and it's really the first time we've heard you rap in kind of like that gritty dark sound. Everything else had seemed like it was really tightly produced and just really clean and crisp sounding, and this was intentionally made to feel a little distant and maybe like you weren't. It was the first real feeling that we kind of like, damn, Evan's got feelings.
He's human.
That's nice. I like that.
Chris been pushing Erykah Badu.
Shout out Cook
That's his favorite.
I love that. I love
that song
it's a good
too.
song.
It grew on me.
Okay.
I like No Friends. That was also a good one. And Choices.
Choices.
JL,
man.
perfect
Those are really
feature.
good choice. Those are really good
Is that-
selections.
Is that the mad joke of the day?
No, that wasn't
Really good
intentional.
choices.
But I think a lot of people can find something on the album that they relate to. And I think you kind of alluded to that at the listening as well, is that you kind of wrote from a lot of different points on your like emotional spectrum so that people could tap into different parts of it. Whereas Volume and Choices both have different vibes. So does Erykah Badu, which is a really fun song. There's really nothing to be upset about in that song. I mean,
Yeah, Eric.
Cold Blue Diamonds, Red Diamonds. I mean, what's there to be upset about?
Yo, shout out Cook LaFleur on there, man. Breeze. Breeze is right now.
Ooh.
It's actually on the Wiz. So guys, if you call up to the Wiz. I believe the number. Sorry if I'm wrong, but it should be 513-741-1011. Call up to the Wiz and request Evan. The song is called Breeze. Okay, they're playing it on the radio right now. It is the official single as of right now, the official first single off the project. And we also shot a music video that was, oh my God, just so amazingly shot by Dre.
That's
That
on
might be the
doublesend.com if you want to
Yes.
check that out. That's got you can call it the director's cut. It's the only cut that's out, I believe. But
Yes.
there's like a 2-minute skit in the middle of it
That shit
that
was funny as hell.
Yeah, shout out Boo Man, comedian Boo Man.
they're
man.
bringing the music video back. It's more than just visuals that accompany the song. Like the whole video is a form of entertainment in itself. And yeah, you need to go check out the Breeze video. You're gonna be entertained. You're gonna enjoy them.
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna
Plus
Find
that
something you
song,
like.
it's a great song. I've been hearing it on the Wiz too. I think Jado was spinning it the other
Shout out
day.
DJ Jado.
You do Jada's intro too, don't you?
Yes, so Jado got an intro.
Yeah, that tripped me out.
I don't
think it
even
was
know what it's
yesterday.
called. Somebody called me the other day and was like, "It's this song, but it's not a song. But I feel like it's a song, and
And
it's
it's just
like
like
lit."
Jada the live.
Yes, it's just saying DJ Jado throughout it.
Yeah,
but
bro, hot beat.
shout out though, man. So I produced that record as well, and I'm also on it. I don't know what it's called, but I know it comes on for his show. It's like an intro, so you can also request that. Hell, it's only like 45 seconds, but it's lit. You will get lit. That's the party started
shit was
right
dope.
there.
Posted on the corner.
Yes. So yeah, that's
But you had the big collab with Prince and Addy. That was got some,
shout out for sure, man.
That got some good radio.
That one's
play.
been in rotation for a minute. I hear that all the
Drive at
time.
5 rotation.
Talk to me, yo. So that's another underdog, right? Who a lot of people will be like, where did this kid come from? Now Prince and Natty been working for a while, but still has kind of been listed as an underdog. And him and his team, man, shout out Chase, shout out everybody on his team. I mean, they really put in a true grind to like force their way in there. And a lot of people just be like, why he get to be on the radio? It's not no favoritism thing. It's just he's outworking a lot of people. And I was fortunate enough to produce that record and to be on that record. But I got to give all credit, not some. I have to give all credit to Prince and Natty because that was all him as far as pushing. He's done his team has done a remarkable job on that. And he's an underdog. And look what's happening, man. He's in Atlanta. We've done multiple shows in Atlanta. He's been traveling around the world and talked to me. Has been on a rock show as well. I forgot the show. WEBN.
Is that Kid Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I seen he.
I mean,
was
how
on
does
there
a
or
hip hop
something.
record like that get on a rock?
That dude's-
All rock.
Yeah, that dude's
show.
like a straight rock guy too. I listen to him sometimes,
And
and,
they-
he's like, I don't understand hip hop.
Yeah, and
Like
that's what.
Trap
And they were actually like bashing like hip hop, and then playing the actual record. And they had
He
him
was
on
like,
the
yeah,
show.
he was talking shit about Kendrick one time, and I was like, I gotta change the channel. So maybe he likes the hood stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm an underdog as well, man. I mean, I've had shout out Jado, the 2020 Tesla record. It's been in 20 different markets. Been playing on the radio. I mean, that had a great run. I had a record called For You. So this is like last November. This is the first project. So Matt and Gravel has to go do their research and go back and listen to the old Evan, the first Evan,
The R&B.
the R&B.
You say
Evan.
For
It's
You?
like Drake. I'm like the brown skinned Drake.
You say For You?
For You.
I have that on CD.
Oh, you have it on the
I have
CD?
that at home on a CD.
Oh shoot.
It's got like a girl on the cover.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that.
So that's like that was my single on my first album.
The first time I came to Timeless, Smooth slipped that to me. He's like, "This is for you."
There you there you go. Shout out Smooth, man. But yeah, so we've been doing our thing, man. Like the whole Timeless, my whole team, everybody. I mean, we're all together, including you guys. Like we're low key underdogs in this city, whether if we like it or not, and we're still constantly proving ourselves. Like I've produced All Hustle for a lot of people that don't know that's listening. I've produced All Hustle No Luck for Lantana, both the original and the remix. Also recorded them. I've also arranged it, and it's been on Hard to Knock, the NFL show on I believe it was HBO, and all over the radio. Had Yo Gotti, of course, Pusha T and Bun B on there.
It's a big remix.
Yeah,
Big remix, man. I mean,
that shit was
probably the most airplay we've heard in this city from a local act. He's performed on 106 and Park. He's been on Sway, traveled around the world. I've also produced a record called Blessing for K Camp, who's also been on 106 and Park, performed it on Spring Bling. It's also been in a movie, Warner Bros. Film called Unforgettable with Katherine Heigl and Rosario Dawson. Did a bunch of things, man. And like, even myself, I'm still like an underdog because I'm still constantly proving myself. Cause we still haven't made it, I mean, we made it to the extent where we can say, hey, our hard work is paying off, but we still got ways to go. We still got to prove ourselves to the city where, hey, we are the guys,
I think that's kind of what you did when you moved to the new Timeless location. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't move on your own accord. You actually, like, something was happening with your building. They're tearing it down, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So you didn't really have a choice to get out. So you really could. You really. Hey, that's something I would have said.
Yes.
I would have done that. All right, I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, like, you could have just set up what you had in a different place. But
Facts.
you chose, like, we're gonna step it up. I mean, ready or not, like, we're just gonna do it. So you implemented the smart studio. All these doors have smart locks on them. You can change the booth, the room, and all the studios to different colors with your voice. You don't even have to be here to really man the studio and let people in.
Correct.
So you've really kind of probably improved your quality of life just for running the studio as far as that goes.
We even got this amazing wall.
Yeah,
this
I mean, you see this
mural.
behind us in every podcast. This was done by DJ Major League, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, DJ Major League designed it.
He's got the background here. If you ever see this infinity symbol with all the rappers, like, this is being taken at Timeless. There's a ton of pictures out there. It used to be the clock. That was the wall to take your picture in front of.
I remember, yeah.
But now this is the wall. The clock's gone. This is the wall now.
Yes, and we've been open since April of this year, 2018. And I mean, the first day we opened, literally grand opening day, we had Alexa Sky in here. So that was a blessing. We've had what's the guy from OVO?
Preem.
Yeah,
We've
we were
had
here for
Preem
that.
here.
Preem was here.
Got to interview him. That was
Yeah.
thanks for arranging all that.
Yes, we had Lloyd here, the R&B singer Lloyd. He just released a project, did a meet and greet here.
You regularly have Gary Owens here. Hit the cough button.
Oh,
Chris.
the Rossi. Yes. But yes. So shout out Gary on. His podcast is called Get Some. You can download it on iTunes, watch it on YouTube, and it's also shot by Dre. So yes, he does his podcast here in front of the mural,
Right
and,
where we are.
Wow.
literally, yeah,
That's
literally.
huge.
So, so yeah, man. I mean, it's just been some amazing things. But to go to what you were saying, taking it to that next level, not being afraid. I really see myself being a mogul. No
This is
pun
a great.
intended.
This is a great podcast for you to be on.
with the Future Moguls.
Future mogul. I'm a real future mogul. I feel like moguls should be on this show, right?
Yeah.
All moguls, those should be the guests. Future moguls, like you guys say. But I really do believe in that statement because, like, I've done so much in this city. I've done so much for this city, and I'm still continuing to do things for this city. And just setting myself up to be more than what you would see on the surface. So, you know, you might hear about me and say, hey, I heard this song on the radio called Breeze and it was dope. That's MamaNamedMeEvan. But there's a lot to MamaNamedMeEvan, you know, from entrepreneurship to humanitarian and different things like that. So I'm really trying to, I see myself being a motivator, you know, maybe like a motivational speaker eventually to like really motivate the youth, motivate entrepreneurs out there, people that's thinking about becoming entrepreneurs to really like stepping it up and like literally no bullshit, like almost like the Black Gary V. Like no tolerance,
You're
yo.
speaking my language.
You know, like, cause a lot of us, we want to be buttered up. We want to be like, oh, tell me what I need. No, this is what the fuck you need to hear. Stop bullshitting. Stop complaining like you're the victim. Get out there and make something happen. You guys grown this. You guys just started this podcast. It has to grow. It's not going to grow itself. You know, you guys got to do the necessary things to actually make this an imprint in the city. Donuts and alcohol didn't just start on its own. You guys had to create something, make people like it, and you're still growing it. It's day in, day out, sacrifices, time, money spent. People don't understand that. So we all want to be something. We all see somebody and we're like, yo, I want to do what Diddy doing. But like, we really don't want to do what Diddy doing. Because when you hear what all the things he has to do, you get discouraged. But that's the part where you got to say, you know what? This is what I want to do. I'm going to take it on the chin. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it so that I can become what I want to be. And that's what I want to be to the city. And especially to our youth, is that person that people can relate to and be like, man, He did it on it. I mean, I came from nothing. I've never had nobody. I don't like. Sometimes I hate when people be like, I did it on my own. Ain't had nobody help me. You know, I understand why they say it, but to an extent, I mean, we all need help. You guys are helping me right now. But I say that to say, no one actually gave me a silver spoon. No one fed me. No one said, here's a platform. All you have to do is do this. I had to create Timeless from scratch. I had to create MamaNamedMeEvan from scratch. I had to create Young X from scratch. I had to create a product. I had to create a service. And I actually had to make people believe in that. That it just didn't come about on its own. And I had to work for that. I had to sacrifice. I used to work for McDonald's. I used to work for Amazon. I used to work for Kroger's. You know, I used to live, I'm from Avondale. I used to live in the hood. We've stayed in 10 different spots, you know, from the age 6 to the age 14, 10 different houses. Not because we was upgrading, but because when one house, everybody know about this, but when, you know, you can't pay the bill here, you say, fuck it, we're going to hurry up and fucking get up out of here and go to the next spot to try to live because, you know, this spot is 3 months behind on rent or this spot power is cut off. So like, you know, I've came up from nothing, literally. No drug dealers put no money behind me. I don't have nobody backing me. And I don't sell drugs. I don't do nothing illegal. That's a hard thing to do. So for everybody out there that's really trying to do something, like, I really hope I can motivate you to go for it and stop being fucking scared. Stop being a victim and stop thinking that the world evolves just around you. Get the fuck out there and do something with your life, your career, and your dream and make it happen.
What was kind of the defining moment where you decided to like stop being a victim or playing when did you decide to stop?
My sister died. So my sister was my number one fan. She died in 2008. And
sorry to hear that.
All good, all good. She was like my number one fan. At that time, I was kind of BSing with it. I would do music in high school and stuff and just like do stuff because people were like, you're high, you're good. But when she passed away, I was in my mom's attic. I had a studio up there and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I wanted to give up. I was at the point where I'm like, fuck this music shit. I wanted to give up.
So you're about 18 at this point?
I was 18.
Senior year?
Yep. I think I had already graduated. She died in July. Yep, I already graduated. So I was in the attic and I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, my number one fan is gone. I have no reason to continue to do this, but I'm here. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be nothing else. What am I going to do? And I remember calling my aunt. So we stayed in the hood. We stayed in Fairmount at this time. And I remember calling my aunt. She stayed in like, they had just built these condos in Mount Airy called Mount Airy Oaks. And I was just like, yo, I want to change. Like, I don't want to be in this environment. I feel like I'm not growing here. And I want to like challenge myself and actually make something out of myself. I feel like I got what it takes to really do something, but I need the environment. My parents didn't really want me doing the studio thing in the house. And my aunt was more like the cool aunt, like, yo, come on. Like, I support it. So when I moved to her house, she put me in the basement. I had like this storage room and I built the studio, literally. And like, that's where it really took off. And I was working at Amazon. And I remember being at work and just being like, I don't belong here. Like, I tried it, but it's like, I don't belong here. And I just quit. I walked out. I was making like 11 an hour, 18 years old, 60 hours, 40 hours mandatory, 20 hours mandatory overtime. It was good money
at that
man.
time.
That
Yeah.
time, shit. But I walked away. I'm like, this is not me. I don't feel right. And I really was making excuses because I'm like, well, why can't I make the music work? Why can't I get sessions? But I wasn't applying myself. So I'm like, man, if I really applied myself and really just like went hard, like I can make the same money I'm making, if not eventually more. So that was my defining moment of thinking about my sister, thinking about, okay, I'm transitioning and I'm moving to make a better situation for myself, and then quitting a job that was actually good. Most people quit jobs because they're not making any money.
Right.
I quit a job that was making me money and said, no, I have to put my all into my dream and make this work. And that's where I really stopped bullshitting and I just took off and it was over. Still to this day, like, there's no stopping.
Do you think you needed to go to such a low point to kind of push off from there? Do you think you would have ended up here if you didn't have to go through all that?
When you say low point, I mean, I really wasn't at a low. I was actually at a high. So here's my strategy, right? I'm different. I don't like comfortability. That is my low point. When I'm comfortable and content, I freak out and I go and put myself in uncomfortable situations. So
Just to get out of it.
Just to get out of
I
it.
feel that.
When I
feel
first
that.
started making a name for myself in 2009, everybody was coming to my aunt's house recording. I mean, you do the math. I was charging $15. My aunt gonna look back at this. She gonna listen to this and be like, so you was making that much money and where's my cut?
She's on my live right now.
Yeah.
She's asking.
Shout out Auntie Boo. But no, I was making like $15 a song. I was one of the fastest, I'm still to this day one of the fastest engineers. So I would make $15 a song. And instead of charging people hourly, I would charge people by the song and get them done quick. And I could do 3 songs in 1 hour, 3 different people. So, I'm booked all day, every day. I got to a point where I'm like, yo, things is looking very good. I have a savings, my shoebox is stacking up. I had this thing called Star Move. So I would put my Star Move tag in everybody's song. So when people go to open mics and perform, everybody keep hearing the same, that's a Star Move. So everybody was like, who the fuck is Star Move? Like, where did you record? Yeah. So then that's how I would get business. And then it was just flourishing. And I got to a point where I'm like, all right, what's next? This is before All Hustle, No Luck, all that. And I'm just like, am I just gonna be here and just be the kid that's like the livest engineer in Cincinnati? Or am I gonna go out into the world and face some real fucking competition and make a name for myself in the world? So like when business was good, I had a lot of money saved. Not that much. I mean, it was like 2,000 if that. I said, fuck it, I'm moving to Atlanta. I didn't have no family out there. I didn't know anybody out there. I said, hey, there's a school out there called Art Institute. I can go to school. That was like my plan B. And then I just bounced. I bounced, man. So I got comfortable at that stage when things were going good. And I wanted to go out and actually face some real challenges and take it up a level. Yeah. Same with the studio. When I came back, I moved back to Cincinnati from Atlanta. And I had my first son, or my only son, my only child. And when I moved back, I said, what am I going to do in Cincinnati? Am I going to just come back, have my son, and we're just kicking it? I'm in Atlanta. Or am I going to like do something that's like challenging? So that's where the first time I'm like, I want to build a state-of-the-art studio. At this time, nobody had a real deal studio besides High Tech. Nobody took the risk. People had the money. But I didn't even have the money, and I'm like, yo, I want to do this. And took that risk to say, I want to build the first real state-of-the-art studio in our generation, in our realm of people that can see this and say, damn, I don't got to go to LA to see this. So, to answer your question, man, I mean, it's never really, when I'm at a low moment, I really like buckle up. It's really when I'm comfortable. Like this shit right here, this is cool, this is fine, this is lovely. But the moment I'm starting to feel myself and I'm just chilling, I'm going to get out of this and try to go find the next challenge. Yep. That's what keeps me going.
I admire that.
Definitely. Yeah, I can definitely relate. That's how kind of I was here just fucking smoking weed, partying every weekend, getting into not really trouble, but just like spending all my money on stupid shit. So I left, I went to college. I had known maybe like 3 people out in Athens and went out there and made the jump and came back and we're here. I wanted to feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Because I was kind of like a shy kid, wouldn't talk that much.
That's where growth comes from.
Yeah. From so like put myself in those situations where my back's against the wall and I literally have to,
figure it out.
So moved out to the fucking country and
figured it out.
Came back.
So put yourself in uncomfortable situations before life do. And then you would at least know how to adapt to the uncomfortable situations and be prepared. Yeah, that's my motto. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's why I got that kind of like attitude towards like life and like challenges, right? Like when something is very challenging, I don't complain and cry about it. Like I'm a feel away and be like, oh man, I'm just so, for like a slight second, and then I'm trying to find solutions. And I understand it's a purpose for it. So, and it's not, this is temporary, right? I mean, something could happen, God forbid, like this whole fucking thing could catch on fire. What am I going to do? Cry and
Waste time.
No, I'm going, hey, I needed God set for this to happen. This has to happen. This is the growth. Something is called for me to grow right now. So, and the next situation is going to be better. I remember when we first was called out to move at the old studio on Paddock, when they told me that they're about to tear this building down and you have 2 months to leave.
Jesus.
I mean, picture hearing that.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
remember
like,
when you told me, I was like, damn.
yo, really? I just built this place. Like we've been here for 2 years. What? And it's like, yeah, you have to leave. So hearing that, it was just like, I really thought it was the end of the world. But then I'm just like, no, this is a chance to like, to make this a better situation. And it will be. It's only temporary. And I've seen this. I foreshadowed this, but Timeless, the smart studio, the whole, like, the way this looks, I mean, down to the visuals, like, it was already in my head. And it's just a blessing to know that whatever you're going through right now, whatever struggle you're going through or trial or tribulation you're facing, you have to understand that it's temporary. And you have to believe in the next phase. And you got to get through that moment to get to your next phase. So, and that's in life, period, man. Like this right here, it's going to be here, but it's going to be something bigger and better in the future.
It's all ups and downs. I mean, that's what this game is. It's just a bunch of ups and then you're down and then you can come back up.
Facts.
How you react is what makes all the difference.
Yeah. What is it? 10% of what happens and then 90% is your reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the real quote. But
I'm inspired regardless.
Inspiration.
I don't need any of that right now. I got enough right now.
Straight up. So I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What made you guys take a liking to MamaNamedMeEvan? Like when you think of MamaNamedMeEvan, what was your first, like, I like this kid?
I thought it was just it was easy to get into. Like the music from the base of it is just, it's good music. It sounds great, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. But at the same time, like you can take it seriously. It doesn't make you think too hard about it. It just at its surface, like you can have fun with it. And I've been striving myself to let music let me have fun, because I used to think way too hard about music. And not to say like there's nothing to think about, but I mean, I feel like it fits into my mood no matter what mood I'm in.
Right.
You know, you give me a wide spectrum to fit into. So not only that, but like I just really fuck with the vibe that you put out as a person.
Oh.
And knowing you ahead of time really kind of put all of that into context and let me hear it for what it was.
Oh.
I think definitely as far as the music, I love the sound. I love how clean and polished it is. That's like the first thing I picked up on is like, this dude's not fucking around.
Timeless.
And before I even like knew who you were and stuff, everyone's talking about either X or MamaNamedMeEvan. I didn't get it at first. I was like, wait, so
It's the same guy?
what the hell? And then only that, and then like knowing your track record and how nice you are and helping us out, and that just adds to it. It's like most people with the credibility that you have would be, you know, especially in Cincinnati, thinking they're like hot shit. Like, no, man, we got Timeless over here. We only letting him, you know.
You lead by example. Instead of telling people what they should do, you just do it and say, that's what I did. like putting Dre on, like you basically just did it and was like, you were like, I'm just empowering someone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Versus talking about
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Hit him in the mouth with it at first, and then let them react instead of
You weren't going
I got
around
shit
being like,
going on,
yo,
just wait.
I'm moving my boy Dre down and I'm going to empower him and I'm going to give him all these video opportunities to shoot. No, you just did it. And then people were like, where'd this Dre guy come from? Like, oh, X brought him
it
out.
makes you curious.
Right.
It's like, why is this dude so hot? Who's he got behind him?
Right.
Yeah, you're asking a bunch of questions, and that's what leads to getting attention. And you could talk all day. I see it on Facebook or wherever all day. Oh, I'm about to drop, man. I'm about to.
I
Yeah,
need to
I'm
do
about
Let's do a we should do a I'm about to series. Like I'm about to.
It's like no more announcements. I'm about to.
Yes, I'm about to.
About to.
I'm
Yeah.
about to. That's dope.
Dre, if you're still in here, he's going to call you about that later.
I'm about to, Dre.
He's about to call you.
He got to get on here too. Y'all
have the
need
same
about
sense
to
of humor,
get him
yeah.
on here.
We had him on the
he had
first
him?
episode.
He was on the
yeah.
first one with
Show.
That's
Bloody
probably one
O's.
of our
I
funniest.
forgot we on episode X.
episode X.
This makes so much sense. Like, dang.
It just worked out that way. It actually worked out this way because you were at J. Cole last weekend.
Shout out Cole. That's my guy. That's my favorite rapper. He's on the wall.
Yeah, he's I forget where he's at.
Where is
But
he at?
he's back
He's
there.
right there.
Yeah.
Jermaine.
young Jermaine.
Sorry for the audio listeners who can't see us pointing to J. Cole.
Come to Timeless.
Come to Timeless and you can
see it.
actually there you
Take
go.
a picture with it.
There you go. Yes. But yeah, man. So it's been fun, man. I mean, life is good. A lot, again, man, my main purpose is just to try to really inspire and just put out great energy. That's important. Working with great people that don't just admire your work, but like you said, they admire the person. I think that's where a lot of people get things mixed up. They try to like force working relationships. Sometimes you can't work together with people that you don't get along with, or
Yeah,
people that you don't share the same views, or it's cool to have differences, but it's always good to work with someone who you admire as a person. That just makes the work ethic and what you produce that much better. So
Yep.
everybody that I work with are spiritual beings.
Yep.
I mean, they believe in a higher power. They have a heart. They are actually human, and they're not perfect.
Yep.
And surround yourself around like-minded people that's better than you. Not in a way of like shitting on you, but just people that are probably more advanced in certain areas in their life. So like for me, I mean, I have this weird thing about me. Like I'm a pescatarian. I challenge myself with vegan, vegetarian diets. I like to work out. I got trainers. I work out with boxers.
You
I work
meditate,
out with
right?
athletes. I meditate. I do yoga. I read. I went to church today. I really try to like incorporate a lot of different things in my life that improve certain areas in my life, from an intellectual level to a spiritual level to a physical level, to even an emotional level, right? And that's very important to grow as a person, and you have to surround yourself around people that grow certain areas. So I have certain friends that grow my spiritual areas in my life. Like I'm not a very religious person, but I do have friends that is very religious that I learn from, and they help me have a different perspective on certain religions and the knowledge in it. And I have certain friends that help me grow emotionally, because sometimes we can be insensitive, especially guys, right?
Yeah,
We can be insensitive to a lot of situations, and we have to also understand that emotions are important, especially to acknowledge someone's emotions. So I have friends that help me with that. I have friends physically that help me. When you physically right, every other areas in your life improve. So I'm just a firm believer in that, and that's just where I'm at with it. I want to elevate all areas in my life, and I want to continue to grow, and I want to surround myself around people that's on the same journey.
I think that resonates with everyone.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's a great place to end the discussion. Honestly, we have almost overbooked your studio here tonight.
Oh, you're good.
So, I mean, we can get some quick plugs in, but I got a College Beats, got the studio after me.
Shout
so
out
I'm
College
trying
Beats.
not to impede on their studio time. Timeless
Timeless.
So what you got coming up, Gravel? You got more than me coming up.
Yeah.
You just dropped a cipher
Just dropped the cipher. GK fam. Check it out.
on doublesin.com.
Shout out Lunar. He kills these ciphers with the cam. We got a
Shout
really
out
cool mural with graffiti. It's amazing. D8 hosted it. Shut it down.
DJ Hope, did you say that?
Yep. DJ Hope was there.
I just wanted to make
College
sure.
Beats was there. Tony was there.
Nice.
Happy belated to Tony.
TP, happy birthday. I'm going to see you in 1 minute.
Drop that, and October 25th, I better see your faces out there at Privileged.
Okay.
Me and Nakia throwing Tales from the Crib.
Ooh, featuring
Oski Isaiah.
and
Death Trap. Headlining. Season.
Ooh, that's a good
gonna be
Halloween
big one.
lineup.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
We're getting
Something
spooky. Halloween costumes encouraged. I think I'm going as Biggie. I'm going to get the Coogee and the Koofy.
Ooh,
I might be Tupac in that month.
Well, let's get it.
you might stay away from
$5
each other.
specials.
You guys stay away from each other.
Yeah.
That will be the pre when we're cool.
Okay, yeah. It depends which part.
And then when the liquor gets in us, who knows? It's that $5 special night, so
Yes.
be expecting. We'll pop up. We'll do some interviews, have some fun. We'll do a costume prize, some cash prize. Maybe I'll buy you some drinks, something like that. That's about it right now. Something
like
with
that.
Freewheeler. Not allowed to get into it yet, but be looking out for details on that this week.
I've got the
November 2nd.
magazine on sale now. Doublesin.com. I plug it every time. You know where it is.
Yes.
What you got coming up, X?
Oh, me. So definitely Plug and Play is the next event, October 13th here at Timeless Recording Studio. Just map it, just Google it. Be here at 6 o'clock. If you're trying to play music, be here at 5:30. Sign up is from 5:30 to 6:30. Sharp. CR2 is out. What other events? We're going to be shooting some more music videos. Make sure you request Breeze on the Wiz right now, 741-1011.
Now.
Call right now and request MamaNamedMeEvan, Breeze. And we're just going to continue to have some dope stuff going on at the studio. If you want to definitely follow us on Instagram at Timeless R Studio for all the events from Plug and Plays to different events we're going to have. And if you want to follow me at MamaNamedMeEvan. Mama is spelled M-A-M-A. Named me Evan. And
That's on all of them.
that's on everything, man.
All right. That makes it easy.
That's on everything. So other than that, yeah, man, I mean, look forward to this episode.
Dropping tomorrow, so.
Oh, that's pretty quick. Shit.
Yeah. That's your engineers work quick. I don't know.
Shout out Chris. Shout out the whole Timeless staff. Everybody on Timeless. Double Sin, Donuts, Alcohol. And just everybody that supports us, man. Future Moguls. It's been a blessing. Shout out Carlo Rossi. Call us, okay? We are making your brand just that much bigger, just in Cincinnati alone.
Call them.
Easily.
Like, if we can do a shop here, they got all these, dispensaries and stuff for weed. Like, can we just get like a Carlo Rossi shop, like a wine, just
Like
Rossi shop?
flagship.
I feel
store.
like we could do that.
We can do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Call them up.
Yes.
Oh, got one more shout out.
Shout it.
Shout out to POC for the No Cool Kids Allowed at Revel this weekend.
That was the third
I'm
one?
going to tell you, performance of the year that I've seen personally was Oddly. He had Chase on the bass and Stolitics making live beats, remixing all of his songs. He's basically improving the lyrics over them.
Wow. That sounds great.
Fucking nuts. And the room was crazy. Everyone was just dancing all crazy, like couldn't contain themselves. So
I wasn't feeling great this
It was-
weekend. I
it was fun to
trying
watch.
not to be contagious, but found out it's allergies. I just feel like shit because of allergies.
well, that's good.
But I'm better.
It's some allergen.
Good to hear that was dope. POC is definitely one of the favorites. Oddly, definitely one of the favorites.
Classic shit.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us on episode X of the Future Moguls Podcast. Thank you to our guest, MamaNamedMeEvan, aka Young X. Thank you to Chris Turner, our engineer here at Timeless Recording Studio. And thank you to my co-host, Gravel Bear of Donuts and Alcohol, for holding it down with me every week.
You know what? Thanks, Matt. You guys have a great night. And if you didn't get motivated by this episode, check your pulse. Have a great night, Cincinnati.
Thanks for listening.
Yep.